So we are here. My name is Rodrisha Roos. I'm the Executive Director of the Ordinary People Society, along with my Executive Director of our C4, the Prodigal Child Project. We're here with organizations that we have been in great relationship with for the last 20 years, working on voting rights reform. We have Black Women's Roundtable here, as well as Southeastern Part and also Birmingham in surrounding areas. And so what we're here to do is let everybody know that you have the right to vote. As we're coming closer into the election, we're targeting those, especially in our marginalized communities, our Black communities, letting people know that we're here to help assist you, to provide transportation. If anybody needs any help with casting their absentee ballots, if you just need to return your ballots as well, that we can help with postcard assistance and so on, stamps. So we're here today celebrating that, inviting the community out. We have free food out here for those. Come out. We just want you to come out and celebrate your right to vote along with these organizations that are here with us in Dothan, Alabama today.
So y'all actually are involved in almost every aspect of the voting process, right?
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, I want Commissioner Sheila Tyson from Jefferson County to also speak on that, and Miss Letitia Jackson following her as well.
Sure, and you can hold it down here.
Okay.
That'll work because then it gets everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm Sheila Tyson from Jefferson County, and we are in 40 counties in the state of Alabama. I am with the Alabama Coalition on Black Civic Participation, and I'm with the North Black Women Roundtable. We cover the north part of the state of Alabama. And we go into underserved Black and brown communities, making sure that everyone have their civic right to vote. And we are finding that we have long lines in the absentee, and it's not a such thing as early voting in the state of Alabama, but we are using the absentee process because of the pandemic, giving everyone an opportunity to actually come out and vote early at your clerk office from 9 to 5 o'clock. They have a special days on the 17th and the 24th, which is 2 Saturdays in October. They will be open from 9 to 1. For further information, you need to contact your clerk office. The clerk office will give you the information from Mr. Merle from the Secretary of State, which gave the representatives in Montgomery the permission to open up the clerk office who wanted to participate on the 17th and the 24th.
That's right.
All right. What's the biggest challenge you think, and anybody can answer this, the biggest challenge y'all think is facing our underserved communities?
My name is Letitia Jackson, and I am the convener of the South Alabama Black Women's Roundtable, along with our coordinator that's here, Latasha Hyatt, and our Black Youth Vote coordinator, Tyranny Donnell. I think right now the most challenging thing that's facing voters is access. All of the voter intimidation and all of the voter IDs and voter suppression activities that have taken place that make people not want to vote. I think the other thing, people really feel like their vote doesn't count because year after year after year we tell them this is the most important election of your life, but then at the end of the day their lives aren't really changing like they should. So we're out here to show them how it changes, why it's important for them to vote, give them the tools, provide them the transportation, provide them the education, anything that they need to understand the importance of voting and how to vote. That's why we're all out here. We want to make sure that our people understand that there is a very targeted, strategic attack on their ability to vote, because people know that when we vote, we win.
That's right.
They don't want us to vote because they know our vote will change things. So I'm saying to my sisters and brothers out there, people died for you to vote. It's your responsibility to vote. It is your civic right to vote. And we want you to participate in this election because your very life and the very life of your children and your children's children depend on it.
All right, excellent. Talk to me a little bit about somebody watching this that goes, you know what, it's my right, I have a voice, I'm going to use it. What's the very first step they need to take to reach the people who can help them?
Well, first we want to talk to the directly impacted people. Pastor Glasgow won the lawsuit in 2017 that allowed all eligible voters that were formerly and currently incarcerated who had a crime not involving moral turpitude the ability to vote. We have a lot of people with our mass incarcerations increasing rates here in Alabama. Alabama is the third highest in all United States of mass incarceration, to let you know that you can vote. And you may be sitting there charged with the felony, that you are able to vote because it's not a crime of moral turpitude. But for those that aren't formally incarcerated, just know that you can vote. You know, we tell people all the time, it's a matter of getting out there. It's not just hearing the message, it's actually going there and casting your vote. And so your voice matters in this election, but more importantly, it matters in the difference of the community.
Yes. And you need to call the state office if you have been purged from the voters roster. We have had over thousands, over 200,000, I know, from the state of Alabama that has been purged from the voting list. So they going all the way back. I had a lady that was 80 years old, committed a crime when she was 18. She was purged from the voting roster this year. All for 30 years she been voting. They decided to purge her. Why you decided this year to purge her when she's been voting for 30 years? But we went through the process. We got her added back to the voters roster. All she had to do was fill out one slip of paper, send it in to the Secretary of State office. The crime that she committed was not of moral turpitude, but they are still purging people off of the voting roster, even though their crime did not fit in that category. And we want them put back on the list to where they are able to vote.
Now, do they...
I'd like to address that as well. I think the first thing that people need to do is, number one, make sure you are registered to vote. Check your status. You can do that. You can call 1-800-OUR-VOTE. There's another vote.org.
And also our website is myvote and
blackvote.com that you can find out. First of all, you need to know if you're registered. If you're not registered, register before the deadline, which is
The 19th.
the 19th of October, coming up very, very soon. Make sure you get registered. Those are the first two things that you need to make sure that you do. Make sure that you have the proper ID. Find out where your polling place is. Make a plan to vote. If you want to vote early, go vote absentee. If you're going to vote absentee at this point, do it right away. If not, you need to go to the county office and vote and drop your ballot off there. But make sure you have a plan, that you know how you're going to vote, you know when you're going to vote, and you know that you're registered so you can vote and you have the proper identification to do so.
And if they go to iwillvote.com, you can put it on your phone, iwillvote.com, put your name and your birthday. It'll tell you whether you're eligible to vote. It'll tell you where you go vote at, and it'll tell you you're not eligible. And you can go to the clerk office and find out what's going on and actually what paperwork. The clerk should have your paperwork that you need to fill it out and send it in to the Secretary of State office.
Okay, and that's what I was about to ask, is how, what are the steps to find out if you have been purged?
Right.
Or, you got to kind of take that step on your own and see
Yes.
to make
Yes.
it.
iwillvote.com will tell you everything
Your status.
that's about your status of voting.
Yes.
All right, good deal. Talk to me a little bit about these kinds of events. I mean, do you go over all of that information now, or do you kind of give them the resources, or what are these for?
Yes, these event is for voter education. So we're giving the education on how to vote. As you see from these women, we've been in this a long time, and so we want to make sure that people are getting the proper information so that they can cast their vote. And we travel throughout the state of Alabama, in the prisons, jails, outside the prisons and jails, and major events to make sure that people are properly educated on the way they should cast their vote. And we also register them as well. We've registered a couple today, and we're looking to register some more. So we're definitely out here making sure that you are registrable and ready to go. You're registered.
In case somebody isn't able to make it today, will y'all have another event like this, or what do they need to do?
Yes, we will be having events throughout the entire month of October with the partnership between the South Alabama Black Women's Roundtable and T.O.P.S and our Black Youth Vote. We have a series of events that are scheduled throughout the month of October. So we will be out here either here at T.O.P.S or at Linden Street, 602 Linden Street with Aunt Katie's Community Garden. We are working together. We want to make sure that everybody in the southern part of the state votes. Sheila is in the northern part of the state, and she have people everywhere. They, like she said, they're doing 40 counties.
Yes.
So between now and Election Day, we will be doing phone banking, we would be doing lit drops, we will be doing direct mail, everything that we can do to make sure people understand their rights, what they need to do, and how to do it.
Thank you.
And we do have a website,
monitor, too.
which is Alabama Voters Protection
Right.
website. And if you're having problems, you can go in on that website. All of the information that you need to try to get in contact with someone is on that website.
Is there one website where somebody could go to and then see all the links to all the websites?
That's
all of the-
voter-
Yeah, so you're going to go to voterprotection.org.